Well, glory to the Father, to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit, both now and ever, and unto the ages of ages. Amen. Hey, I'm bananahead, food for Christ. I don't even talk straight, but I have this thing on my head, and right over there, as you see behind me, is a chapel. And so right now, I'm a little bit just being disrespectful. I just wanted you to see the banana and why, and I'll tell you a little story about being bananahead. I actually play guitar, and there's a lot of things that I do. I'm an artisan, as you say, and I make things, and also I'm a bit of an herbalist. I go into the woods and find edible mushrooms and medicinal mushrooms that I distribute to people in need. And there have been cases where I've distributed mushrooms to people who are using them for cancer and things like that. And listen, I lived out in Kingsville, Texas for a few years when I first married Esther, my beauty, and I got a job working at this place, Jim's Pancake House. And it's funny because I looked and looked and looked and looked for a job, and so I applied at this pancake house, and which meant I had to shave the beard, of course, and lose all that. But the sign on the thing was bright yellow, and it seemed like to me that everywhere I turn, yellow has quite a significant role to play in my life. Like the big house we moved into when we first came back from Texas was bright yellow, and anyway. I got a call from the guy that owned it, Rick Jackson. He goes, "Hey, there's a job over here if you want it." When I saw you was from Maine, I told them to take you and put you right at the very top of the list. And so I ended up over there anyway, and I met this little girl over there. She was a little Mexican girl, but she looked just like Shirley Temple. She was so cute, but she was the saddest girl I ever saw in my life, saddest child I ever saw. And her father looked like, believe it or not, looked like Carlos Santana. He really resembled Carlos Santana. And so I got to be friends with him. But I always tried to get the little girl to smile and talk. But she was very sad and wouldn't talk, wouldn't smile or anything like that. And so that went on for a couple of 3 months, I think. And one day, just out of desperation, trying to get a word out of her, I said, "Well, I'm just an old banana head anyway." And I was wearing that yellow bandana on my head. And I said, "I'm just an old banana head anyway, so never mind." And as I tried to walk off, she started laughing, and she laughed, and she laughed, and she laughed. And you know what? After that, I couldn't get that kid to shut up. Boy, it just brought her right out, and that kind of sticks to me and sticks with me. The kids took to calling me Uncle Banana Head there a few years back, and so that just kind of sticks to me a little bit. That I want to. Wife and I, we converted to Russian Orthodox here on Palm Sunday in 2019, and so I wanted to use guitar playing and a little bit of humor and things like that to attract people to the site here, so that we can talk to you about a little bit about our Orthodox faith. Now that behind you, what you see there, that's a little chapel that I built just before the COVID thing hit. I felt this urge to build that, and so I did build it, and we've been, with the exception of going to St. George over in Bangor and going down to Union with our people down in Union, we say our prayers right there every Sunday, and then we have a meal afterwards. And but anyway, I want a lot of things that I'm going to be talking about on my show. And I am bananahead, fool for Christ. And now you see why. Now you hear the story about that. Well, I've had many adventures, been around the world several times, or at least twice, and stayed over in the Far East, and got to meet homeless children, and lived in Germany, and lived homeless myself in Germany, and lived homeless for 15 years. It was on basically living outdoors for part of that, not all of it. There were people that took me in and let me stay with them and whatnot during that period of time. But there were times when I was sleeping underneath the porch of a church, and I met kids during this journey that had no parents at all, and so that's another story for another day. But I want to show you this beautiful guitar here. Now this is it's a $300 guitar probably, and my cousin Bob Purdon gave this to me, and I think I've showed this before, and he also gave me the amplifier to go with it here, and I'm going to try to hold that up and show it to you. He gave me this nice little amplifier to go along with it, and goodness gracious, I needed a guitar, and I was going to ask him if I could borrow one. And right out of the blue, he goes, "I've been thinking about this for a long time." He's from Ohio, or Indiana, so he's got a bit of an accent. He goes, "I've been thinking about this for a long time." The thing wasn't really playable when I first got it. It gave me a blood blister on my fingertip playing it. But I'm now working back on the flamenco. Wife says, "What is the purpose for the flamenco?" And I go, "I really don't know. Something I enjoy playing, I guess, and it's got a nice sound to it, and I want to be able to, get as much sound out of this guitar for the glory of Christ." And that's the point, is being on here to glorify Christ. And so, without any further ado, we're just going to get right on to some guitar practice. This is what we're going to call it, is practice. Glory to the Father and Son and the Holy Spirit. The guitar seems to be out of tune a little bit there. Let me see if I can hear it. Father, to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit. Have a good day, folks. Have a blessed day.